And this all comes with you leaving your fucking job and stop doing all these things that literally add no value to your life and to your passions, and you start learning all these skills. Eventually, you're gonna have all the skills you need to turn your passions into a full-time career. And this whole time, you've been living, baby.
Wow.
What is up, guys? Mao here, and we're back, baby. We're so back. We're so back. We are so back, dude. So fucking back. Today is a fucking great day. Today is a great day. Besides just the fact of being alive, which every day is a great day because we're fucking alive on this earth. Literally, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at that beautiful, beautiful earth. Look at that beautiful earth that I get to look at every day. We are alive. We are on this earth. We are experiencing the human condition. We are expressing ourselves to our highest power through God. We are put here to share our love and our knowledge and our intuition to help other people. And it is a fucking blessing to be able to do this, okay? And I am so stoked today. Today's a special day, besides just being alive, because I just finished the Freedom Blueprint, which I've been working on for like the past 3 months. I'm so stoked to finally release it. The title is How to Quit Your 9 to 5, Break Free from Your Mind, and Start Making Money While Traveling the World. Okay? And I basically have put everything I've learned from the past 3 years, from relationships to feeling good with myself to being able to create the systems needed to focus on my dreams, to even decide what to focus on, and to eventually making money, leaving my 9 to 5 that was sucking my soul away, and starting to travel, and now having the free time and the liberty to focus on my passions, on the things that I actually love doing, and making a real impact on this world, which is ultimately what most people really want to do, is make an impact, right? But if you are stuck doing shit that you don't even enjoy doing because you barely have enough money, then you're never gonna be able to make an impact on anybody, right? Because you're just stuck in these fucking vicious cycles, and you can't help anybody if you can't help yourself. So that is what is in the Freedom Blueprint, and in honor of that, I want to talk about basically what the whole Freedom Blueprint is about, which is about you as an artist getting to a point of freedom, okay? This is the path that I have found, because it's what I've done, it's what I'm doing right now, to achieve freedom. If you're anything like I was 16 months ago, I was splitting my life into, okay? Every single day, half of my life, I wasn't even able to be who I really am, right? I love music, I love traveling, I love adventuring, I like to be outside. There's so many things that I am passionate about that I wanted to do that I had to hide every single day that I went to work, okay? My coworkers, I did not relate with them at all, okay? We did not connect or bond on anything valuable, anything meaningful. I mean, the only thing that we bonded about was hating our fucking job. Like, do you know how depressing that is? Where you go to a place and everybody's sentiment is that they don't want to be there, right? They show up to work, they're like, oh, it's Monday, boo, fuck my life. On Wednesday, they're like, hey, it's Wednesday, you know, we're halfway through the week. And then Friday, everyone's like, well, fuck work, weekend, baby. And yeah, on the weekend, you're so excited because you finally get to be free for like 2 days, especially on those 3-day weekends where you taste a glimpse of that freedom of not having to work, of not having to follow orders, of not having to show up and be on time or like be told what to do, right? And if you're an artist, like I was, maybe you have a show, or you have an exhibition, or you go to a show, or you go to a festival, or you go to the park and you practice your yoga or your breath work, or you paint, you focus and you do the things that you love to do. You go dance, whatever it is you do, right? You're splitting your life in two. This is the whole point. And if you love your job and if you don't feel like you're splitting your life in two, then I'm not talking to you, okay? Go fucking somewhere else. But the point is that you're splitting your life in two if this is you, and you dream, like you just dream of being able to do this full time, of your passions supporting you, of your passions being the things that puts money in your bank account, that puts food on your plate, that puts a roof over your head. Like, you just dream of this, and you know that if you just went all in, that you could do it because you believe in yourself and you believe in your art and your passions. And you might be working like all your free time to try to make this thing be the vehicle to take you there, right? And you contemplate every single day. You're like, dude, if I just quit my job and I just went all in on this, like, I know I could do it. I know I could do it, right? And then you tell people, maybe you tell your parents, maybe you tell your friends, and they're like, I mean, that sounds cool, but like, do you have a plan? And truthfully, you're like, yeah, kinda, but also like not really, like you just want to do what you want to do and hopefully it'll work out, right? And it probably will, and it probably would if you just do that thing long enough, okay? But it's fucking hard. And this whole time, you have to face the fact that you're splitting your life in two, you're going to work, you're coming back, you barely have like 5 or 6 hours where you have to eat, you work out because you want to look good, you want to feel good, and then you have maybe a relationship or you have other responsibilities, and then by the end of the night you're fucking exhausted and you have like 1 or 2 hours to actually work on the thing that you want to work on. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And eventually, if you don't see the progress, if you don't see the vision, the path, like, you might just give up, which fucking sucks. And you don't want to give up, right? You don't want to give up. So this was literally me. My thing was music. My eggs were in the basket of music, of being a music producer, and of taking that full time. But there just came a day where I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't show up to work and put on a face and pretend to be somebody I'm not, and pretend to be interested in doing the things that I didn't want to be doing, and then being drained, like mentally drained after work because you're doing things that you don't enjoy. So you're fucking tired. Your mind is just like, just sitting there in a cubicle. It's fucking awful, dude. So I found the path to freedom. I've been living it, okay? And literally, in just 60 days, you can quit your job and start traveling, start adventuring, start meeting other people, start making money online from wherever you are. But here's the thing, you no longer will have to split your life in two, because as you're doing this, you're gonna be learning the skills that you need to eventually actually make your art, your passions, your dreams a reality, okay? So, this is what I'm talking about. The path to freedom. And literally, in 60 days, I was living in Medellin and I was making $2,000 a month, okay? Of deciding to go all in. And like I said, the skills that I was learning, I am now able to apply to everything that I want to do. Everything, okay? So, this is the way it works. All online businesses work like this, right? You have attention, and then you have traffic, and then you sell something, right? So, all you have to do is help other online businesses do one of those things. Either get more attention, sell more shit. Like, that's basically it, right? So if you can learn how to do this by learning one of the skills that I outline in the Freedom Blueprint, then you become valuable, right? And you can start trading that skill for money and getting paid and instantly being like so much more free than you are now, because you only have to work like 2 to 3 hours a day tops. You're making the same amount of money you used to make at your job, but now you're free to live wherever. You're free to travel and work on the things that you actually want to work on while you're making money. So here's the gist. You pick one skill, right? You're not starting a business. You're not doing anything crazy. You just pick one skill. For me, that was copywriting, but there's like Facebook ads, SEO. It's like a bunch of shit you can do, okay? It's all in the Freedom Blueprint. You pick one skill. You get really good at that skill, and you start charging people for money. This does not take more than 30 days because you only need to know just a little bit more than the person that you're selling it to. That's it. Because business owners, they're focusing on like way too much stuff. So if you just come in and you're like, dude, I can do this one thing like better than you. I know how to do this one thing. They will gladly pay you for that, right? So you barely have to learn it. Well, not that you barely have to learn it, but to start charging, you barely have to learn it, because the whole thing is they start paying you, and then you start learning it more and you get really good at it, right? So you get one skill, you get really good at it, you get good results, and then you start getting more clients, okay? And then as you do this, you will naturally start to learn more skills. You start to see how businesses work. You start to see behind the curtains of how all online businesses operate. And yes, art, music, brands, artists, celebrities, like all these people, all these things are businesses, okay? Even if you don't want to see them that way, they're all businesses. So you are in the driver's seat. You're learning the skills that eventually you will be able to use for your passions, your projects, right? And this whole time, you're getting paid, baby. You're traveling. You're free. You don't have to work in an office. This whole time that I've been doing this, I've lived in Colombia, I lived in Argentina, I lived all throughout Mexico, I've been to Chile, Brazil, went to Hawaii, skydiving. I've made the best connections and best friends online while doing this, and even just out and about in different parts of the world, in different parts of the country. I'm about to go to Spain. Like, I have ultimate freedom. I only work, literally I only work like 1 to 2 hours every other day, and I make just as much, if not more, than what I was making at my engineering job. And this whole other time I have to work on my passions, to work on the things that I actually want to do, okay? So literally, that is the path to freedom. You learn a skill, step one. Eventually, you start learning more skills. You start connecting with people. You start sharing online, if that's what you want to do. But eventually, once you know these skills and you know how these things work and you're making money and you know that if you lose the money, you can easily make it back because you know how shit works, then you literally have so much freedom and security to actually work on the things that you want to work on, and you know how to monetize those things into a real business or a real thing that you can live off of and support yourself with, okay? So, I hope this makes sense. I'm kind of rambling, and I know it's a little bit like over the place, but essentially if you're here, you're stuck, right? And your dream is to travel and to focus on your art, of your creativity, and basically like make a business out of your creativity, and you're trying to go from here to here, which is fucking hard. What I have found is that there is a better way. You go around, right? So instead of splitting your life in two where everything is going against each other, now you're learning the skills. Like, it's gonna feel weird at first because it's gonna feel like you're leaving things behind. In the eyes of others, it's gonna look like you're going backwards, but you're not, okay? Fuck what other people think. You're not going backwards, you're going forwards, because you're learning the skills that eventually are gonna be able to apply to anything you wanna do. You wanna start a fucking clothing brand? Now you know how to do it. You wanna start a fucking coaching business? You wanna help people? Now you know how to do it. You wanna start a jewelry brand? Or you want to just build a personal brand to where then you can do whatever you want because you have an audience and you know how to do all these things, okay? You know how to literally take your passions, take your creativity, you know how to monetize it and turn it into a business. And this all comes with you leaving your fucking job and stop doing all these things that literally add no value to your life and to your passions, and you start learning all these skills. Eventually, you're gonna have all the skills you need to turn your passions and everything into a full-time career. And this whole time, you've been living, baby. You've been living life. There's no better feeling than working on the things you actually want to work on, than going to different countries and meeting new people, and you're not having to sacrifice your life or your freedom anymore. It's all working in the same direction. And this is the path that has given me the most fulfillment, okay? I feel so fulfilled, so aligned right now. And now I'm using everything that I've learned over the past 16 whatever months of helping other businesses make their money while I make money to build my own fucking shit and do the things that I want, okay? So I hope this makes sense. I know in a way, it feels like you're going around, or like it's not like, maybe this isn't the solution you were looking for, but this is the solution that's worked for me. And I feel like other artists, other people that are splitting their life into would really fucking benefit from this. If you want the literal blueprint of what I'm talking about, click the link below in my site, whatever the fuck I'm gonna put down there, to get my freedom blueprint, because it's literally has everything you need in there to actually make this a reality. And you can start being free in literally 60 days. And I say that because that's how I did it. Okay, that's what happened to me. So that's what I'm gonna say can happen to you. If it happened to me, it can happen to you, okay? And that's basically it. So I hope this fucking helps. I hope this gives you some hope. If you're an artist out there, if you're a struggling artist, if you're barely getting by and all you're doing is dreaming of your passions taking you full time, but you don't actually know how to do it, this is the way. This is the way, okay? So, anyways, get the fuck after it, get the freedom blueprint, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next video, baby. Oh, last thing. If you want to see how to actually land a client, if you want to get into copywriting or whatever, then watch this video right here, because I literally explain how to actually land your first client, okay? It's fucking easy. It's really not that hard. Anybody can do it. This guy just commented on my YouTube video that he started like a few weeks ago, and he's already making $2,000 a month, okay? Literally, these things will take you like an hour or two a day to do, and you're making just as much as you're making being stuck in a fucking office all day. Like, I can't even fucking begin to explain like how attainable this is and how much freedom it gives you to do the things you actually want to do, and the knowledge to turn those things into a legitimate business. So I hope this helps, and yeah, baby, much love. Talk to y'all later, and deuces.